All right, hey everyone, I'm Nadia Wilson, and today I have the pleasure of speaking to the man who made gospel global, choirs cool, and praiseful like a party. He's the soundtrack behind our Sunday mornings, breakthroughs, and everything in between, Kirk Franklin.
How are you? That was good.
Yes, thank you. So I want to start off with a quick icebreaker, about 3 quick questions for you. So if you could form a one-time only gospel group, who would be the lineup?
A one-time gospel group.
Mm-hmm.
The lineup would be the late James Moore,
Okay.
Vanessa Bell Armstrong, Kim Burrell, Fred Hammond, Yolanda Adams,
Okay, I like that.
Kiera.
Yeah, Kiera shared.
Yeah.
I like Kiera. Okay, strong little lineup right there. So can you also self-rank 3 songs? I know you have an extensive, timeless catalog.
Can't do
You
it.
can't do it?
Can't do it.
Man, okay, I can tell you my top 3. I like, Smile.
Number what, 3 or 1?
I would say number 1.
Okay.
Imagine Me is number 2, and then Before I Die is number 3.
Before I Die. That's
Yes.
crazy. I would have never thought that.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like they're all different, of course, but they help you get through whatever you're going through in life.
Thank
And
you.
even at a young age, I was like, I don't know why I'm feeling these emotions.
Thank you.
Of course. So last icebreaker, seeing where you are today, what message would you give to your younger self?
Ooh, jeez. What I would say to my younger self is, you are loved. God is not mad at you. And you're already accepted.
Yes, I love that. That kind of brings me into my first question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, so at what age did you realize you were musically inclined? I know you were raised by your Aunt Gertrude. Did she kind of help you nurture that gift?
You know, I didn't know that I was musically inclined because it was just very natural for me to be doing what I'm doing.
Wow.
Or for me to do what I was doing. So I never considered it to be something unique. Like, it was nothing special to me about what I was doing. I started playing when I was 4. Gertrude started playing. We would recycle cans and newspapers and pay for my piano lessons at 4. And then by the age of 10, I stopped taking lessons because I was able to play everything by ear. I could just hear stuff and play it.
Gosh.
But that still didn't seem to be unique because it wasn't fixing anything, you know. You know, we still were living in the ghetto. We still broke and poor, you know what I mean? You know, I wasn't necessarily being more accepted and liked, you know, like it didn't bring my mama back, it didn't bring my daddy back. So it didn't resonate with me that it was something special because it wasn't really changing the world around me.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It definitely makes sense. I think for her to be willing to pay for the piano lessons at the ripe age of 4, she obviously saw some gifts. So,
or maybe it was just God kind of having his hand in her back.
Yeah.
Using her as his instrument.
Oh, for sure. So, you know, you've spoken openly about being adopted and the acceptance issues that you might have faced growing up. How did those early experiences kind of shape your journey into music and ministry?
I think that it gave me a level of vulnerability as a young boy. It gave me a voice, and it gave me a process to be able to speak my hurts. You know, like even when you talk about it, so like Imagine Me. Yeah, I mean, Imagine Me is very much speaking your hurts. And I think that gospel music and Christian music has not, and I'm not gonna say that I was doing anything special because I don't want to make it come across like I was this new thing that was happening. But for me, the level of issues that I was having in my life, I needed to communicate.
Yeah.
It got interwoven in my faith message very naturally because that's kind of what I was living. You know what I mean? Does God like me? Does God love me? You know, even on the first album, there's a song that I wrote at about age 21, 22, and the chorus is, watch over me and protect me from the things I cannot see. Let your loving arms surround me from here to eternity. For I need your anointing so my spirit can be free. Lord, I need you more and more and more. You know, and the verse says, this is to my friend above.
Wow.
Who's shown me so much love and grace by putting a smile upon my face. It's hard to express the way I feel about someone who can heal your hurt or your heart by dying on the cross. So you know that was my language. That's how I knew to communicate what I was
going through at the time and living
in real time.
I know we kind of live vicariously through those lyrics. Everything that you were going through, it's like, we might not be able to understand, but when you put it in a song, it does help.
Thank you.
Yes. So, I met you at Blavity Fest and I asked you this question and you're like, I don't want to cheat you or your followers, so I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
So, as a Christian navigating the industry, can you talk to me about, some of the challenges that you might have faced, or just in general, how do you navigate the industry as a Christian from your point of view?
It can be difficult. It can be challenging because, there's always the duality of having to try to find the space of being authentic, but also realize responsibility. And so somebody from a secular place, mainstream place, can just go and be and not have to care about what the opinions are or what the views are of the people watching them. But when you come from a space that I come from, and it's understandable that you have to be more mindful.
You got so many eyes on you.
Yeah. It's not fair, but it's real. It's because just because I love God doesn't mean that I'm him.
Right.
I love him. I love singing about him, writing about him, talking about him, sharing him, but I'm not him.
Right.
And so always trying to find that balance.
Whew. Listen, we're in two different industries, but usually like when I go to industry events, still I pick and choose because I'm like, I don't want people to think something or perceive, me a certain way. So I'm always picking and choosing because I still align with God and Christianity. So it can definitely be a challenge. So it's always interesting to hear other people's perspectives.
You beat yourself up when you make the choice to go somewhere and after it's like, man, why did I do that?
Sometimes I feel convicted. I'm like, hold on, I don't even need to be here for real. Okay. So it is like a weird feeling that I get, but of course that's God. Yeah. And you're going to have that your whole life because we live in a world that is the world. And we are always going to try our best to be mindful and be intentional. Sometimes we may not always get it right, but that pull, that conviction, that level of uncomfortability, those are always the beautiful love touches that that I see you. Oh yeah, because if he's not like talking to you, you can't feel him, or you don't have that discernment. It's kind of like that's a scary place to be.
Facts.
So,
facts
for sure. So I know you've also talked about how you did not often attend these award shows early on in your career. Can you talk to me about that pivot and how your perspective has evolved now? Because I know you're attending award shows currently. So
there's this double space that early on, if I didn't go to an award show, it was really me just being a little too extreme because I was listening to a lot of the elders in the game.
Yeah.
And a lot of the elders in the game are also, like some people speak out of bitterness. And so they will make their bitterness the Bible.
That's very true.
When it's just really the bitterness. And so as a young artist in my early 20s, there are just some things I didn't do because there were places I didn't go because I didn't want to make the elders of that community make them feel like I was trying to be like the world.
Okay.
It's because there was a lot of language about being like the world, but not to be like the world. So okay, well, it's not, that award is for God, it ain't for you. And so all of these things you're hearing as a young man can be confusing and challenging.
Yeah.
Once I got stronger in my faith, got into some really good Bible teaching communities where I was able to reshape bad theology with good, solid bibliocentric theology. I was able to lighten up. But now I still don't go to after parties.
Okay.
Now, like I'm not gonna get a corner, or what is it called? A booth?
Yeah.
A booth,
a section, booth.
A section. Like I'm not, and not because I'm condemning those that do. I just don't.
Yeah.
That's not something that I choose to want to stamp my trajectory of my Christian journey or my Christian career.
Absolutely.
It's because with Christianity is your career that can be really difficult.
Listen.
It's not just your faith, but it's your career. It can be a little incestuous at times.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a good word to identify it as. So you spoke about these church elders. I know you created the song Stump, and that caused a little bit of controversy as well. Just a little bit. So, what challenges did you face in that era, and how did you stay grounded during that criticism?
Oh, it was difficult because I was a young pup. And, it was very, thank you. It was very difficult, and, I didn't know how to handle it well all the time. And so, it was very challenging, the criticism. I'm just grateful there was no social media.
So you know how they are on Twitter, the Twitter fingers, they be going.
Baby, if there was social media during that time, I think I probably would have had to be put away.
Did y'all hear that song that Kirk just put out?
Listen, I would have had to be put away. I don't think I could have emotionally handled it. No.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you. That's a lot at a young age. You breaking through the industry, putting on a song that resonates with the younger audience, and then the older audience is like,
it's crazy.
They like this little light of mine, the slower music. So let's get into this. I know at the BET Awards, you and Glorilla won Best Gospel Song, and that kind of raised a little bit of questions and I guess concern. Which is interesting to me because Nicki Minaj and Tasha Cobbs also won a very similar award for a song that they put out. What does that kind of say about how people still view gospel music today?
I'm going to be very honest with you, is I don't know if anybody would have said anything about it if it wasn't for the conversations that were happening internally. I don't know if it would have been a bigger conversation because I think people are not as invested in the minutia of those areas, because even Tim's last year won in the best gospel category. Snoop won before the best gospel category. He beat me. So I think that it was the noise that became the attention from the inside. So, and I don't have much to say about that noise. I mean, people have the right to feel how they want to feel, and they have the right to speak whatever is resonating on their hearts.
I love that. And also shout out to you for winning the iconic award at BET Awards.
Thank you.
That's amazing. So I also want to get into where you are now. I know you have a song that you just dropped. And then I saw a snippet on Instagram and I said, oh, you're dropping another one. So, I'm excited. Is there an album coming?
Yes.
What can we expect?
Yes, there's an album coming. And the album probably won't come until top of next year.
Top of next year?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, God's will, we'll release some more songs this year.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens.
I'm excited.
I'm grateful.
Yes. So I know that we gravitate towards artists who kind of make music that speaks to where we are in life. And, I just want to know, what's your creative process? How do you know, this is the song that I need to drop right now? Do you look inwardly or kind of outwardly, what's going on in the world?
Both. Both. And I think that God uses it all as a tool. He uses it all as a tool, that it's just his way of being able to use us to be able to be his microphone.
Yeah.
To just be like his amplifiers of what it is you're trying to say and do. Yeah.
Definitely, that's that discernment too, you know. So also, giving you your flowers for Den of Kings. I know you guys received 1 million views within the first week. How did you know the time was right to put that out? And also, for those that have not yet tapped in, why should they tap in?
Well, it's because it is a platform that reveals a level of transparent honesty and vulnerability to the thoughts of Black men, and that's what makes me very proud.
Yeah.
What makes me very proud is that you tap into what Black men are thinking and feeling, and so it makes me so proud of the moment.
Yeah, I feel like it's very important, especially, you know, for Black men to hear, you know, the vulnerableness and transparency from other men, kind of paving the way. So, giving you your flowers for that.
Thank you, Queen.
For sure. So, lastly, I also want to give you your flowers, you know, again, because you are a vessel. I feel like God is definitely using you to create this music, and I just hope that, you know, you keep going, because we need this. We need this music, especially in the midst of the chaos. I don't want to get too political, but you know what's going on in the world. So, like, when we hear music that kind of speaks to that, let's just say that it's something that we need, you know, kind of like gospel medicine in a sense.
Thank you.
Yes. So is there anything that you want to let viewers know?
No, I'm just very grateful to have this opportunity, and you know, I'm just very thankful to still have a chance to do God's work and make Him proud.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Kirk.
Thank you.
All right.